Someone threw a giant bottle of omega-3 pills on me yesterday. I'm okay though. It was only super fish oil injuries. Welcome to Shave&Butcher bowl lathering today. Been talking about it. You've been giving me good advice. Thank you. I got some more advice and really appreciate that. The soap that is being bowl lathered is Talbot shaving. Holland Green, and the scent is like being a bit preoccupied with it by the scent. Smells like death, but in a cool way. Death in terms of really old dirt, like you went to look at a crypt and no one knows you're there. Door gets shut and you're stuck with the dead. That kind of dirt smell, like damp basement crypt sort of thing, plus a bit of lavender, which to me is mothballs, so like old people and hospitals and so death. I really like it though. It's interesting. Dirt is an interesting scent. Anyway, I made two lathers. One is, I think, too dry, but I did it the way I did it on purpose. And one is probably pretty good for me. So this is the dry one. The technique I used was, there's quite a few good videos on the topic, and you have been giving really good advice. The technique I used was pretty much spot on from Drew at Knife to the Face. I'll try and remember to put a link to his video, which he did just a few days ago. So I don't know if you can see, but that's what it looks like. I think that is a bit on the dry side. It doesn't come off. Looks good. I know some YouTubers who'd shave with that and who'd really enjoy it. This soap seems pretty cool too. So it does that, which is pretty cool. So yep, again, as I said, quite a few people would shave with that and think that's pretty good. It's a slick soap, it takes time to rinse it off. The leather I think is more my style, and this is professional cereal bowls being used. Let's see if I can scoop everything up. Using synthetic brushes. The first one was the Noboru synthetic, and this is the Friendship shaving. This is wetter. Wonder if it's wet enough. Sort of. I was hoping it was going to come off. You know what? I'll put a bit more water in, just to see. Sorry about that. Plan was to have it ready, but I finished it a few minutes ago, and maybe it dries. Well, it should dry, because if it's on your face, it will dry, won't it? Okay, cool. So there you go. Probably is pretty good. I'm not wetting my face, just to see and make sure the lather's properly hydrated. Now, one thing with face lathering is that you really work it into the whiskers. Oops, so you know you're prepping them properly. So it's different here because I'm sort of painting it on, but I guess I should be massaging a bit. Looks pretty good. Soap everywhere. So what do you think? Is that an okay bowl lather? I think it might be too dry for my taste as well, using a straight and everything. We'll see. Bloody gorgeous, that's for sure. That's for sure. Okay, razor today is the Swedish steel Erik Anton Berg. You can barely see it because the thing is so old and worn, but it's 8/8 full hollow, sort of meat axe style. Here we go. Nope, soap rinses off, so properly hydrated. There was another Facebook thread today in one of the groups about advice how to best prep your face and make sure your whiskers are properly hydrated and wet so that they cut off properly. When whiskers are wet, and I didn't make this up, I know this for a fact because I've talked to soap makers. When whiskers are well hydrated, well full of oils and water and whatnot, they become limp. So cutting them off is more difficult. What soap does to a hair, a whisker, is it takes the natural oils out of the hair and makes it hard and brittle, so it cuts off more easily. That's why you use soap, apart from it being a lubricant. So the fact that water goes into the hair, except if it takes oil out, has nothing to do with it. You don't want a soft whisker. You want a hard and brittle one. And it's the products and the chemicals in the soap that does that. The hydroxides, I think. Cool. The soap is or the lather is a few percentage points on the dry side of what I really like. But the fact that the shave is really good anyway indicates that the soap is bloody brilliant. Yeah, interesting. So even with a lather that is a bit on the dry side, the feeling is really good. Wow. You feel soft and moisturized almost. Impressive, really impressive. Incredible slickness. Beautiful, beautiful lather. This soap came out about 2.5 years ago. I don't think it was made in big batches, so feel quite fortunate to have it. I'll put a teeny tiny bit of, look at that, can you see? Teeny bit of water in there just to spice things up a bit. The soap is supposed to be a fougère, which is French for fern, and I don't know, it doesn't smell like my other fougère, which is one from OSP, the Obsessive Soap Perfectionist. But I don't know. So what is a fern smell? Well, interestingly, fern doesn't smell anything. If you take a bit of fern and smell it, there's no scent. I don't know what it means that it smells like fern. Well, I'm sure it's a style, I just don't know it. But the OSP fougère is very different from this. This is a kick-ass rock and roll soap. Anything that smells like death is pretty hardcore, isn't it? Perfect lather now, perfect. Yeah, so I guess bowl lathering isn't all that hard. Thanks, Drew, for doing the video. Very nice. Such a rich lather. Really am enjoying that. Oh, one of the nicest feelings on my face I've felt. Well, Mystic Water the other day was pretty good too. So the trick for me going forward with bowl lathering is going to be to put adequate moisture in it. You know, loading the brush and agitating is not that hard. It's one of the few areas where having Parkinson's might be an advantage when you're bowl lathering. But when to stop adding water to get just that consistency of lather that you want, that's the tricky bit. Learning by doing. weather's awful here. It's been dreadful. It was cold for a few days, you know, minus several degrees and dry air and nice. But today, to quote Tim Schall from For the Love of the Shave, it's been pissing like a cow on a rock. Raining like a cow pissing on a rock. Sorry for, that was something like that. It sounded cool anyway. Sorry for butchering the expression, Tim. Okie dokie. Cool. Wow, that soapy feeling. Wow, incredible. Rinsing down here, be with you in a minute. Yeah, that was something. That was terrific. Awesome. Really very good. Such a terrific post feeling. I won't use alum. I will use this because it's damn good and it smells really nice. I was saying yesterday, fruity scents aren't a big favorite maybe. Well, this one is, because this is spectacular. And it's such a good aftershave product. Really is good. Cool. That was great. I'll continue my bowl lathering journey. Before that, I'm off on a journey tomorrow morning to Canada. So I'll be back next weekend, hopefully. See you then. Take care. Have a great week and stay sharp.